sometimes I don't think people understand how hard it is to be in recovery and to be a recovering drug addict or alcoholic or whatever the case may be. I think alcoholics, it's a lot tougher for us um, in society just because everything revolves around drinking, social events, parties, a night out. They all involve drinking, they all involve a cocktail or a pint. Um, and these things are very hard for people in recovery, like myself. I have to go out and navigate these situations that come up, whether it's just going to dinner or meeting coworkers out on a night out, because everybody's going to be drinking. There's going to be that trigger all around me. And I think early in recovery, you have to kind of avoid those situations because it's really dangerous to put yourself there. It's very easy to pick up that drink or to have just one, and then the downslide begins. Um, so now I can do it. I don't like to do it as much. I like to just stay as far away from it as possible. I don't like to be around drunk people. I've realized that later in recovery that I don't really enjoy to be around people that are shitty drunk. Just it bothers me. It annoys me. I know that some shit could happen and I just don't want to be near it because I spent 11 years of my life being in that shit, being that person, being so drunk that fights started, that I ended up in jail, that I ended up in holding cells. I ended up in the hospital. I ended up putting people in hospitals. I was absolutely out of control. And I just hate to be around that type of energy. It makes me anxious. It makes me nervous. It makes me angry. It brings up all these things. So I have to just kind of avoid it. So being in recovery and being sober, if you have somebody that just, sympathize with putting them in those type of situations because it's fucking hard, man. It's hard to be around that shit. It's hard to deal with it. I'm in recovery every day of my life. I deal with this shit every day of my life. Putting me in those situations puts a lot of pressure and strain on me. So if you know somebody that's going through recovery from addiction, try not to put them in those situations, or try not to put any pressure on them. Just love them, care about them, sympathize with them, understand where they're coming from. We're not the same as everybody else. Our brains don't work the same as everybody else's. It's just we're just different in that way. So please, take care of the people that are in recovery because they need it. They need love. They need support. Love and support them. Show them respect.